I'm enjoying my second cup of espresso on this Monday morning, and I get a phone call. You have got to take my picture with you off of Facebook. People are coming up to me at the office going, what were you doing with the belly dancer this weekend? Marhaba dancers, I am Jensuya, and in this video I'm going to share with you my latest story on that all-pervasive problem that we as performing belly dancers encounter. The question of people think that we're exotic dancers, or they really have no clue what we are. So I'm going to tell you what happened this weekend at our latest restaurant show and how I handled the problem. Just 2 days ago, we played our regular monthly show at Alfredo's Mediterranean Grill in Charlestown, West Virginia. It was a fantastic show, had super fun, audience was participating, people were enjoying it, and funny enough, I was feeling just a little bit under the weather. So rather than wearing one of my regular bedlas with, 10 zillion layers of skirts, I said, I'm going to wear one of my dresses, a belody dress or a galabia, one of the more demure, conservative costumes that I wear when we do, say, school gigs. So a beautiful dress, lots of sparkles, having fun, easy to put on, and compared to a bedla, it's super conservative. So this morning, I get the phone call from this gentleman who was at the show, and he's just he's really freaked out, and he's on a rant about this pictures on Facebook, and this is really bad and making him look bad, and I've got to remove that. He has a private life, and I can't be putting photos up there, and he knows that my husband put the photo up there, drummer Bob, because when he's not drumming and I'm dancing to recorded music in this time, then he's filming us. So I'm just like, whoa, okay, but not too freaked out because stuff like this has happened before. So I'm letting him talk and vent. And then when he stops, I reintroduce myself, ask him his name, where was he sitting, and I remember exactly where he was sitting, very, very close to the so-called stage area. And he was clearly enjoying the show. He was there with what looked like his wife, it was confirmed it was his wife, and another couple. And they were having a great time. In fact, I kept trying to get the two women to get up for the group dance because they were clearly dancing in their seats. The most important thing that I thought to do for this gentleman calling, who was clearly very upset about this, was to let him talk and keep asking him questions so that I could try to get to the root of what was really the issue. And what happened was that somebody had posted a photo on Facebook of me dancing, and he's in the background. Now, in this photo, he's not looking at me. He's clearly at a booth, a table booth. He's looking sideways. You can kind of see a woman on the other side of him, his wife, and then across the table, you see this phone being held up, photographing me, and it's a woman, and next to her is somebody else. You can't see all their faces, and you can only see the profile of this person who called this morning. I told him, first of all, it's not my photo. We haven't posted anything from the weekend. Usually we do post something, but if I do, it always has identifying information, jensuya.com, or maybe it has robert-peak.com. And I told him, I haven't posted anything. It's not my photo. I said, let me see the photo. So he sent it to me, emailed it to me. He wouldn't reveal. I said, who posted? Oh, I can't tell you that. Well, he's a little bit naive because you can basically find anything on there. So he sends me the photo on an email, and there's its Facebook identifying number. So I get my 17-year-old son and I said, Lhasa, find me this photo, who posted this photo, because this gentleman is insisting we did it, keeps saying it's not our photo. So I went there, found out who it was, and it was the owner of the restaurant, who was posting on his page going, look at what's going on. We've got this great show going on this evening. The Facebook post had like 65 likes, 3 shares, 4 comments. It was clearly going around. I'm psyched. The only thing is I'm like, hey, my identifying information isn't on there. So if people want to learn about belly dance, so I'm like, oh man, I wish it were. There was a comment on there that looked just a little bit kind of fun, a little bit flippant, and a little bit embarrassing if you tend to lead a more private life. And so the message said something about, hey, look at what a good time you're having with the dancing chick. Well, I was thinking, that's kind of cool to be a 54-year-old dancer and still be called a chick. So I thought that was kind of good. I don't think he did. The irony of it is I'm not even wearing a bedla. I'm wearing this conservative dress and he's not even looking at me. So I think what was happening was he was the butt, no pun intended, of the joke on Monday morning. It's Monday, everybody's going back to work, they're bored, they're checking Facebook. Excuse me, shouldn't you people be working? And then somebody sees somebody and recognizes, oh, there's the dude down the office, what's he doing? The other thing that came out as I kept talking to him was that as he's leaving the restaurant, going outside on the way to the car, his wife's like, I noticed you were looking at the dancer a long time. Well, you know, if you are the wife and you see your husband watching a dancer and maybe you're not feeling good that night, maybe you're PMSing, maybe you're in menopause, maybe you're feeling fat and ugly and not pretty or like you have no rhythm, I don't know, but we have all felt that way. And so she's feeling bad and she's like, why were you looking at the dancer? So me hearing that, I have also been in that position where I've been out and I've seen my boyfriend or my husband, he's looking and I'm like, what are you looking at her for? We don't want to feel that way. Of course, I don't want to feel that way. It makes me feel ashamed to say it, but we are human and each one of us wants to feel beautiful and we want to feel loved and we want to feel sexy and blah, blah, blah. So as Jensuya belly dance, I feel like I do not want that woman to feel that way. I would rather have her husband feel whatever he wants and her to say, wow, that's really cool, I want to try that. So I said to the guy, because we all live around here, I said, give me your address. I'm going to mail you a gift certificate. I want her to come to one of our workshops, gratis on us, our gift, so that she can learn what it is and feel beautiful and empowered. But there is that all-pervasive problem that we find is even though I'm far more dressed than any ballet dancer and much less revealing and much less on the edge of, say, a hip-hop dancer, which you can find all over wearing tiny short shorts or, you know, things with their little butt cheeks hanging out and that sort of thing. But yet there is this stigma attached with this thing called belly dance, and people don't, they think it's stripping, they think it's exotic dancing, they think it's nasty, naughty, the hoochie coo, the whole legacy that's been left with us since the 1893 World's Fair, that we as performing belly dancers need to change. Belly dancing is putting music on your body. It has a certain aesthetic. It can be very sensual. As with any art form, there are dancers who are conservative. There are dancers who are a little bit more on the edge, and people's interpretations vary widely. To me, it was a very conservative performance. To him, he enjoyed it until all of his friends go, yeah, they were jealous. They wanted to be there Saturday night at this great restaurant. In my earlier days of performing, when this happened, I was mortified. It bothered me. Today, when the phone call happened, I was like, wow, this is amazing. Last week, we just did a video on this very same thing happening to the belly dancer, Terry Berkeley. You can see her interview. We'll link it up in the show notes and at the end of this video. That was happening to her in the 80s. It's still happening now. And what I will say is, let's keep trying, performing belly dancers, to put our art out there in a beautiful way. And when people have the wrong idea, let's try to set them straight. And let's embrace every opportunity we have to realign our dance with what we know it is, a beautiful, empowering art form that shares the beauty of the music and the emotion of our souls. Hey, if you found value, please share this with your family, with friends, with other dancers. Leave your comments. Let us know how you have dealt with this sort of problem, and let's help spread the beautiful art of belly dance.